So, would you ever date a fan? Ooh.
I have.
No, really?
Many.
What? Exclusive. What is up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the Baller Podcast. I'm here with Gremlin.
Gremlin, yes.
Gremlin Raps on
Thanks
Instagram.
for having me, man. Yes, sir.
No problem, man. This is the second podcast, so hopefully it's, pretty entertaining. People have been waiting on this.
It'll go well. Oh, they have?
Yes, hell yeah. People want, since the first podcast, I got a lot of love, and then people were telling me like, oh, you should have him on, and I'm like, hey, I can't say anything yet.
I'm down, bro. I'm down. Usually I don't do a podcast or things like this, but I love a young man hustling and doing his thing. So
I was very surprised. I was very surprised when you like replied to me and stuff like that, because if you like, you don't know, but you have 70 something thousand followers on Instagram, man. You're verified as well. You're pretty, well known.
Been putting in a lot of work, man. A lot of work, man.
So it was really surprising when you answered, because it's really rare when you see someone who has a big following answer someone that has like 1,000 followers. Someone who's like just coming up and stuff like that. So it was very shocking. Yeah. And I appreciate that. We need more people like that, because how are people gonna grow like that?
Yeah, man. I spend at least 4 hours a day responding to messages, because I get a lot, and I'm always super adamant about that, because I'm like, without them, I'm nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I'm something, but you know what I mean. I have to show love. That's my brand.
Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, it's super rare, and I was supposed to have like other people who are kind of like other well known, but they're always like, I'm busy or stuff like that, but in reality they're just partying and stuff like that. So it meant a lot. So we actually met, or started talking from that video that went viral. To be more specific, the one with Becky,
yes,
aka Fengari Bebe.
I still don't know where that name comes from.
I don't know either. I should have asked her that, and I didn't ask her that.
Fengari. I want to know what that means.
Yeah. So I was very shocked, because I knew her before. I knew her since I think it was a couple months before that. Okay. And I just saw it blow up, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And then that's where I started getting to your music and stuff like that. And this was back November, when did you post it? November, I think.
November.
Sometime around there. And I was very shocked of all the realness that was there. It was very real, and you could see the emotion and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm so mad that I forgot the last two lines. I'm so pissed. I'm like, oh, whatever though. It is what it is.
Man, in the recent one, I was like, he better not mess up, man. He better not mess up.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad I didn't. Thank God.
Oh God, but yeah. So I actually saw you there, and then I followed you, and that's where I saw that, or I got the idea of I should start a podcast. Because I saw the emotion that came out of her when you were literally being real.
Wait a minute. You started a podcast because you seen that?
Yeah.
You're serious?
I'm serious. I told her the same thing. I literally started it gave me the idea of of course I've had the idea before, but I never
But this made you pull the trigger?
Yes, because I was like, if I could reach out to him and he actually replies and more people reply, then I feel like I could change. I could change something. So yeah, I was like, yep, I'm gonna have to do it now, especially since you replied that day. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, just buy all this, and everything came super last minute. Once I got the idea, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this ASAP, so it just came up. Had to wait. The toughest part was waiting a month, because I wanted to start New Year's.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start 2019. I was like, New Year, New Year, new me,
Exactly, man.
So I kind of stalked your Instagram, saw your first post back in 2012, and was that when you started being an artist, or
I mean, that's when I started really taking it serious. Started making videos or whatever. But I've been writing since I was a kid. I just decided to take it serious and start doing videos around that time ish. Yeah.
Damn, it was awesome because I saw like you have so many fans that will literally like just come up to you and you would be so thankful. There's a post specifically. I couldn't print it out, but basically you kind of like spoke it into existence.
What
there was
it?
a post back, let me see, I'm trying to remember, but there was a post where you met a fan in your work in a movie theater, and you took a picture with her, and then you posted working here for now, but in the future I'll be working I'll be making my or living my life from music or making.
Did I say that? Wow. Yeah. Manifestation at its finest there.
I saw this and I was like, damn, like we gotta talk about that, because I believe the most important thing is you gotta speak it into existence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you don't believe it truly, then it's not gonna come to realization.
And you definitely have to have the vision for it. There's been many moments where I was like, back then, where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. But eventually you just like keep pushing through, and eventually you'll find a way if you're consistent enough.
Yeah, I was very shocked when I saw this because I kind of did the same thing. Like I've always believed that, and whenever I say it, it's like a couple months later, like or like years later, it comes true, and I'm like, damn, crazy. Like just the mentality, like your mind could control everything. It's insane.
Yep.
So
crazy.
Who inspired you to make music? Because I know you have different people in your life who actually inspire you in like events and stuff like that. But is there like a moment in time where you were like,
I think I would say so. I started writing when I was 11. It was stupid shit that I would write, but I was writing at 11, and I started because my older brother, who always would write and freestyle, and then eventually I started writing, because you wanted to be like your older brother. But I think 8 Mile inspired him.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be like 8 Mile back then was just like, it was the thing, like, it was just the thing. So it inspired him, which inspired me. I stuck with it though, and he didn't, but he's always rooting for me and has my back during for this whole thing.
Have you guys ever like did like music together? Like
we have. I think I have one with him online. It's called No One. It was right after my mom got sober. She got a job, and then him and I made this song called No One, and it was basically like, because she always like beat herself up over it, so this was kind of like to ease her mind a little bit, be like, yo, it's all good, and everything happened for a reason, type of thing.
I actually saw, if you guys don't know, he came out in the news. I seen that.
Yeah, Fox 11.
Yeah, I was like, damn, like.
Crazy, dude.
Once that happened, did you get like your Instagram went like way up?
You know what's funny, dude? Is no.
Really?
No. So see, here's the misconception I had at the time, and that I'm sure a lot of people have, is like, just because that happens, it doesn't mean that you explode. That's not what it means, because it's one time. But what you have to do after that, I was inconsistent, right? It's like I didn't put out things after. I waited and I let it ride. I'm like, this is gonna be hype for like 5 months, so I'm not really gonna put in that much effort, and I'm gonna let this ride out. I wasn't consistent. And then now that I see that, I'm like, I see it, and I see so many things I could have taken to a whole nother level back then. But now that I see that, I learned from it, and I'm like, now I know that consistency is key, and I'm consistent as fuck. Like
that's awesome.
I'm so consistent now because I know what doing the opposite can do to you. Because I could have blown up then if I was more consistent, but now it's like I'm being super strategic and consistent in my work, and it's paying off finally.
That's awesome. Yeah, it had like how many minutes was it? It was like cool 7, 8 minutes or 10. I don't know.
Of what?
Of the video, because I saw it through your page, I think.
Wait, are you saying the music video?
No, it was like a kind of like an interview or something like that. Kind of was it was.
Oh! You mean the Fox 11 interview with them? Oh no, yeah, that was about 3 minutes.
Okay.
That was about 3 minutes. I have it on my YouTube page. But yeah, they came over. They sent a reporter over. They were like, "Yo, we want to interview you." I'm like, "All right." They came over. I was nervous. My mom was chill, and they released it that night. And like, it was me, my mom, and my ex just watching Fox 11, just waiting for it to come. And when we seen it, we were like, damn, like this is happening, It's like it's nice to have all the hard work pay off finally with that, you know. It's like that kind of solidified, like I can, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what I can do, you know.
Yeah,
like it's just, yeah.
How did they notice you though, from like the video before that, or how did they, like the news, like, so what was the decision that they
so
were, yeah.
it all played together so perfectly, dude. So the Orange County Register, which is Orange County's biggest newspaper, they seen the video and they wanted to report on it. So they sent a reporter out a week, maybe like a week after we spoke online, sent a reporter to my house. They did the report and they're like, okay, we're gonna get to it. Didn't think much of it. Ended up being the front page, right? And it showed like my mom and I. And I'm like, oh shit! I went into a Starbucks that same day, and I was getting a coffee, and I looked at their newspapers, and I was like,
that's you.
Bro, that's me right there, you know. And then from there, Fox 11 producers saw that, and then they reached out to me because of that. So it wouldn't have happened without the Orange County Register article. So
that is insane.
Yeah, man, it's freaking nuts, man. Crazy how everything played out.
Damn, that's honestly like super cool, you know. I was in a newspaper once when I was a baby, but you know, it still counts, you know. Hopefully, it still counts. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show the picture in the edit, you know. But
yeah, please, I want to see that.
But yeah, so basically, I do have some notes here because I'm obviously not gonna remember everything.
Okay.
But now that you were talking about the news and stuff like that, you wish you could have done that like a little bit more strategic. Was there anything like back then that you would have changed, like you would have done differently when you were younger or something like that?
Younger? Oh, you mean like write more or something like that, or like what do you mean?
Just something that you would do differently, you know, or like, you know, like for example, your the news. You said you weren't being consistent. You wish you were consistent.
Okay.
Like something else.
Oh yes, I would change. I would change that. I think I need someone to save me. So basically, like I see a lot of artists do this where it's like they put content out and they hope that someone signs them, or they hope that someone saves them, or they hope that, and like that's just, it's not gonna happen. It doesn't work that way. And then once I realized that, I'm like, dude, like I'm so sick of waiting, right? So then the mentality switched to where it was like, let me see what I could build on my own, right? And then once you start looking at it that way, you start learning how to build a following, how to build your brand on your own. You start learning so many things to the point where you don't even need anyone to sign you anymore, you know. And so it would be to stop thinking that someone's gonna save me. I think is the biggest thing.
That's really good advice, and I know you give a lot of good advice. Like honestly, I saw all your videos and I'm like, this guy is like super mature. Like he's not like most guys nowadays who don't know what to do or what to say. You know, you're very both logical and you know you speak from experience.
Yes, I also have an incredible mentor who teaches me a lot.
I've seen that.
Yeah, his name is O.P. Almaraz. He basically, like, without him, I would not be the man I am right now.
How did 100%. You find him? Like, how did that even happen?
So I knew him because of family, right? And I seen that he owned a business, and I always admired entrepreneurs, right? Yeah. So I went to him, you know, saying I wanted to quit music and I wanted to work for him, whatever. He didn't let me quit. He's like, I'm gonna give you the tools that you need to grow your mind and grow yourself. And dude,
not a lot of people do that.
I can't even. I would clean his toilets if he asked me, bro. That's how grateful I am for this man, bro. Like, just changed my mentality, my life completely, dude. Completely. Without him, I would not be doing half the things.
That's awesome. There's not a lot of people that literally would, you know, deny you a job, first of all, you know, because in the end, you would be making money for him, you know?
Yeah.
That's in the end. So, yeah, most people are... Not well. I'm gonna say selfish because you know people would usually want like people to work for them, you know.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't think of the other person, you know. And he really thought about you and your dream, you know.
Yeah.
And that was very inspirational. And I seen some of his videos as well, through your Instagram, and I was like, damn, like this guy is talking about like some real shit, you know. Yeah. He's very smart for a mentor. I've been looking for mentors as well. But some of these people are like, you know, they're too busy, don't got the time, you know, and that's a tough part.
So the way he taught me to get mentors is like, and it makes so much sense, right? Because no one's just gonna help you.
Yeah.
Right? So you offer, say, hey, I admire what you're doing. Let me shadow you and learn, and I will work for you for free. Who's gonna say no to someone working for them for free?
Yeah.
Right? That's how you get it, right? It's like if someone's like, if you see a real estate agent making a certain amount of money or whatever, and you're like, hey, you know, I don't know how to do this, but I admire your work. Can I work for you for free? I'll go do your errands. I'll do whatever the hell you want. Just show me a little bit of the ropes or whatever. And then from there, you guys get to build a relationship, and it's beneficial for both of you. You know what I mean?
That's honestly really smart. Yeah, I was very shocked, and I know you guys are thinking about starting a podcast as well, which is a big step.
Yes, which is why I was going to ask about these mics. They sound really good.
Really, honestly, I'm gonna send you some better ones. These are right. These were just the cheapest I could find. Because someone shout out to whoever I forgot your name on Instagram, but he hooked it up with the mics and most of the things here. And that came out of the podcast idea as well, because he has his own podcast and he was helping me with that.
Oh, legit. Okay.
Yeah. So thanks to the doing a podcast, and thanks to you guys, it really helped me branch out. Like.
I'm glad to be part of that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. I had another question. Basically, I know you're really good at, I know you have a lot of friends. Like,
I don't.
You don't? I see on Instagram, like a lot of
friends or fans.
Well, not fans, but you make friends with some of the fans.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like friends that I see on a daily basis. I have 3, and that's it. I have 3. Okay, maybe like 5 tops, yeah. But it's like close friends. I have about 3 or 5. Like the rest of the people, like most of them are just toxic, and I don't have time to deal with someone who doesn't like to work and just likes to party all the time.
That's my question. How do you find a really good friend, man? Because it's honestly really tough, especially in LA or around here, who won't use you for money, who won't use you for clout, won't use you for like anything else. And there aren't that many people who literally stick for you, whenever you need them to,
Yeah.
It's really tough out here. I've gone through struggles.
Question: Why do you need friends?
Me, I like to depend. Not that I like to depend on other people, but I like to feel, that I could count on someone whenever I need like a favor or something like that. But I like to, talk. I love talking. I love, talking to other people, seeing how they're doing. But I also like for example, I don't like whenever I go out and stuff like that, can't go out by myself.
I go out all the time by myself.
Really?
I'm not even lying. I hit bars alone. I'm not even lying.
Oh, but that's different. I don't drink or smoke. I'm talking about like public events, like let's say Universal or
okay, I understand.
Or for example, like today I'm gonna go to a basketball game.
Okay.
I got no one to go with.
And you have no one to go with. Got it. Okay.
So it's tough to find those friends who, like, for example, I know in high school you there's really no one's your friend there. It's just like a
yeah, you're gonna forget everyone that you went to high school with, for sure.
So I keep going through the struggle of I meet someone, we're cool friends for a cool while, but then just fucks up. I don't give people that many chances. I give people 3 chances, and I'm gonna ask.
But what do they do? Is what I'm like.
Should I get specific here?
Well, okay, yeah. Give me an example. I think this is good for the people.
Okay, I'm gonna take that out. I'm just gonna say this person. This person that I know for a while since high school. This person was really cool at the beginning, but there has been mistakes. For example, like this person was ashamed to be my friend. This person.
Why? Well, how did you know?
Again, I said it. Okay, I know. So this person would not acknowledge that I was that person's.
But how do you want to be acknowledged? Is it through like social media, or is it like being together in public?
Public and social media. It don't matter how, but as like this person wouldn't post no one. And this was like back in the day when like people would post each other and stuff like that. It was very like common. But also when someone would ask them, it would be like it would be non-existent. So I gave that person a chance.
Well, did you ever ask why?
Yeah, I asked. This person didn't want to say nothing.
It didn't admit to it or anything like that? Okay.
So I was like, okay, just let it go. And I was mature at a pretty young age. I honestly matured really fast. And I gave him a chance. I really don't give that many chances, but I had hope. I had hope. Yeah. So I gave this person another chance. Now, prom. This is a couple of a year later. Prom. I wanted to ask out her friend.
Okay.
But she doesn't reply to no one. She went to a different school and stuff like that. But I've known her or knew about her since middle school. You know, she was like the girl that everyone liked and stuff like that. So she obviously wouldn't reply to me. So I asked her if she could, ask her to talk to me.
Okay.
Hold up. Here it gets interesting. So
Okay.
So this person, I asked that person to tell that girl if she could talk to me. So that person texted her, and she forgot. She doesn't mention my name. She just says, "This person wants to talk to, or wants to ask you to promise this and that," but doesn't say my name.
Okay.
For some reason, it happened like not once but twice in like different scenarios.
Probably likes you.
No, man, no, I can't. No, I just see her. I see that person as a friend.
No, I understand, but I'm telling you that's probably why.
Oh God,
You're
scaring me, man.
Think about now that I'm thinking about that. Now that you no guy really usually puts girls in friend zones, and the girls. If you put a girl in a friend zone, odds a person in a friend zone. If you put a person in a friend zone, odds are that they're not going to be too happy about that.
You are right. I never saw it like that. Honestly, you're
like,
scaring me, man. You're scaring me. but I gave that person another chance. I was like, you know what? Just gonna relax. So now this happened. The next event happened like not even a month ago. It was like a couple weeks ago. And it's kind of not even like bad, but I was just disappointed in that person. Basically, I was live. Obviously, I'm almost always on Instagram live. So I went live, met these cool people there. So I started a group chat. I started a group chat, and it was all cool for a day or two. And then I got busy one day, couldn't text at all. I was super busy.
Okay.
So it's 11 o'clock at night. I answer like, "Hey guys, I'm back." I see the message beforehand. And I see they're talking like shit about me, that they're like saying like, "Oh, we should take him out, like we should kick him out of the group chat. We should make our own group chat without him." And I was like,
You guys know I can see this, right?
Yeah, like I brought you guys together. First of all, I brought you guys together. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have a group chat or anything, because they were totally random people. But we're vibing so good together, and basically, they left me on red, and I know, like, usually in a group chat, no one gets left on red. They always reply, it's message through message, So I figured they made another group chat without me. So that person, my friend, was in that group chat, but I didn't see her say anything about it. But I didn't know if they really made a group chat, so I kind of, I kind of acted like I knew, so I could find out if they did or not.
Okay.
So I was like, I texted that person. I was like, I made you administrator of the chat, so you could add people and take out people. So I left the group chat. And I told them like, I told that person like, why did you guys make another group chat? Like, what's the deal? And then that person kind of admitted it. Like,
they did.
They were like, that person was like, "Oh, I didn't make it." So I was like, yeah. So I know for sure now they made it.
Okay.
And I waited like a cool day, just to make sure it wasn't like a joke or anything like that, because people be like making excuses, it was a joke, this and that. I waited the whole day, and I was like, they never hit me up to like add me or anything like that. So I was like, all right, cool, I expected more from my friend because I've known her for so long. Like I thought, she would stand up for me or something, Nothing. So I was like, yeah, I'm super disappointed. Like I told her, like I'm super disappointed in you. Like honestly, like I'm not mad at you or anything, but I'm super disappointed. I gave you so many chances, so many times. I'm like, I can't do this no more. Like it's done. It'd be
Okay, so go back on that. What the amount that you give to someone, you can't expect that same back. Because I had a homie who told me that, because I would always be that guy who would do a lot for my friends, and like they wouldn't do anything back, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? But the thing though is that no one's gonna care as much as you about that, and because they don't, it is
why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? That
different levels of caring. Like for me, for example, like birthdays aren't a big deal to me, but so I don't really say happy birthday to people, but to them it's a big deal, right? So they're gonna see me as not caring, but it's not that I don't care. I don't see birthdays as a big deal, right? I wasn't raised to really care about birthdays. And it's just like people are different, you know. Like it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I don't say happy birthday. They may feel that way you do, and like fuck him, he's a dickhead because he didn't say happy birthday. But it's like, dude, I still got love. I just don't care about birthday. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But
what happens if it's like consecutively, you know? And with someone that, you know, because in my situation it was kind of like it was so many chances. Like, and I speak to that person. I speak to the person because I like to, you know, be like communication is key in everything. Communication, like honestly, is like the number one thing in like any type of relationship or friendship or anything like that. So I will talk to that person, you know, like to speak to each other and fix things, you know. So it was going on way too much. I kept, you know, talking to that person. And what do you think? I think it's because like the way they're like raised or something like that. That might be like a reason why. But
I mean that one's a little different. You know, like I'm not too sure about that person, but I would stop expecting things from them. You know, like I got rid of so many friends, and now like I have you know this vision that I'm going towards, and it's attracting certain people that I want around me. Right? I'm not bringing up the same people. Some of them I am, but the ones that I know like dead weight, it's like I'm just gonna. I don't need you.
I get you. Yeah. You need people who are in a higher level than you in some sorts because, like, I believe you are who you hang out with. You know.
100%. Yeah.
So if you're hanging out with someone who is like, you know, in a whole nother level than you, you're gonna learn from that person. You're gonna grow, and it's such an amazing thing, and it's super hard. You know, it's super hard because sometimes like people who are in another level are so focused in other things that they don't want other people to grow. You get me?
That's what you're saying.
I met so many people like that, and that's why I asked you, like, what is you know, the strategy, and you kind of answered that already with, you know, kind of like getting people who are, you know,
mentors.
Mentors. So that's another way.
Working for them for free.
Cause I've been going through like the whole thing, you know. I think people are my friends, stuff like that, and especially in college. It's way worse in college. Like in school, like, you know, you see people like twice a week, and it's like you go to school, you just go there, and then you go home back, you know. And I noticed that so many people are fake, like so many people, and like by fake I mean like they literally will just play with your emotions, you know. I don't know if it's like an LA thing or it's like, I think it's an LA thing. What do you think?
I would just stop letting people in. Like just like you don't need to make friends in college, right? Just go to school and finish it. Go what you're going for. Fuck everyone, you know. Focus on what you want to do, and then, you know, once like you're gonna know the people who are real when you just put your thing down and focus, because you know, like that's just how it works, right? But like I wouldn't just stop expecting things from people. And I think you'll be a lot better off. Like you don't need to have 100 friends, right? Just have like 2 or 3 solid ones. Eventually they'll come your way. But I wouldn't spend so much time thinking about that though. You know what I mean?
I get you. Thank you for that advice. So going to YouTube.
Okay.
I went to YouTube, and some like the most viral videos have been the Uber. You know.
Yes,
Uber
100%.
Yes.
100%.
And you get like 4.9 million views. Yeah, like it's million views, guys.
I'm curious because the one that with Becky quickly became the big one, right?
Really? I thought the first one is at 4.9, I believe.
The
one with Becky?
Becky just surpassed everyone. We just surpassed.
Wow.
We just hit 5. We just hit 5. And that's the biggest one.
Wow. I saw it when what's it called? The other one, the first one was number 1. It was like 4.9, and Becky was like 4.6.
So the 4.9 is with Gracie.
I don't know their names.
Okay, so Gracie's the one with the short hair and we won in the date. So that's the one. That one's second, and then the third, I forget.
Is she the vegetarian one? The vegetarian?
She's vegan.
Oh, vegan. There you go.
Yeah,
vegan.
Her.
So I also went on her Instagram. I forgot her name, but I saw her on Instagram, and she does music as well. I saw that she does music, a little bit of music.
She does dabble in it. She does dabble in it for sure.
That was. Yeah, she's honestly.
She does everything pretty much.
I saw that video as well. I seen all the videos. If I'm being honest, I saw all the videos, and that was super entertaining. I was like she seems like a super cool person.
Very dope.
Now I like most like all your Uber ones have gone viral. What is your model or how do you call it? What is your strategy to making them go viral?
Strategy. There's not really a strategy. It's more of because I have a lot that I don't release because they're not good. Right? It's like you do out of like 50 you get.
Damn. Like, so you record like the whole day and then
I don't record all day. Like I record some of them like I know some of them I don't. I guess people saying no a lot. It's not like this is like you just hit the person like that, right? It's like it's just spontaneous, whatever.
I was surprised people actually say no. They're like no.
Oh yeah, I mean like like they're about their days, they're on the phone, whatever. But I'm not sure. Like there's not really a strategy to just going viral. Like I wouldn't even consider that viral, honestly.
Really?
No, I wouldn't. I would consider viral like 30 to 50.
Oh wow.
But I mean like
for most people it's
okay for most people okay, but it's like if you really look at it, like 30 to 40 is like viral. That's the kind of shit that gets you like on Ellen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But either way, I'm extremely grateful. I'm not saying that 5 million is not a lot.
Yeah,
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
That's a lot.
So. Yeah, where the fuck were we? I forgot.
Like the model to going viral to the Uber things. How do you
choose the verse or whatever?
Yeah, or how do you choose which one goes?
So I've done so many. Like I've done. First of all the verses are from songs that I had a while ago or whatever. I kind of just go off the cuff and just vibe with the person, and then from there I choose the beat, and then I just go. Every interaction's different, which is really cool. The last girl liked vinyl or whatever, right? That was the first one. She liked J. Cole. She liked some pretty cool stuff. It's always different. It's always different, and I think that's what people are loving about that. It's so much, But I definitely have some other ones that I need to release. But I won't spoil those.
Damn. You got like, how many do you have under this covers,
A lot. I have a lot. I could upload the bad ones too, and like maybe those will do well too, but I don't fucking know.
That's honestly is like super cool because I feel like another thing they could relate because it's so real. Mm-hmm. It's so real because your music impacts so many people. I honestly don't really hear much of it. I saw that article that you posted I think yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was super random. So I saw this. Here, I'll bring it up. I saw it on Twitter, and like some people in some other country wrote this article, and they included me in it.
They said it was. Do you consider your music emo music?
Okay, so yeah, they said Mark Gremlin Henriquez is strongly promoting emo rap and his motivational message through his motto "Broken People." I definitely don't consider it emo rap. Like I didn't like that term. Mm-hmm.
What would you consider it?
I would just say it's for the. I mean, it's motivating, right?
Yeah.
And even though sometimes I rap about sad things, I do it with the purpose of letting people know that they aren't the only ones going through this emotion type of thing, right? So it's like. I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't consider it emo rap. Like that was kind of like emo rap.
It's really? I feel like it's its own genre, because you can't really say it's rap because at the same time, most rap songs are drugs or just talking about making money, this and that. Like it's very different. You're like this gray area kind of where it's like
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's still rap, but it's like different than most. It's very motivational. I think it's motivational rap.
I think that's a good term to use. Like I have my mentor who does also like live speaking, and we go to Tony Robbins events, which Tony Robbins is amazing, changed my life as well. He has like a Netflix movie called I Am Not Your Guru, and I went to that event, completely life changing. It's just mind blowing. But yeah, I learned a lot of things from him and from my mentor, and then I'm like, okay, rather than just saying it, I'm gonna put it in a song and then help people that way. Like I in my songs, you know, I teach about manifestation. I teach about, you know, where focus goes, energy flows, and like just trying to teach to the best of my ability. You know, I'm not a preacher. All the people ask me if like, hey, are you a pastor? I'm like, no, dude, a pastor.
Oh my gosh, I honestly I get like kind of the same thing, but I talk more about relationships because I in relationships I think more like logically than, you know, emotionally. I know when, you know, to cut it, like I know all the stuff, you know.
Okay.
So I'm very good at giving advice in that term. So I'm like, oh, preach, you know, preach this and that, and I'm like, I feel like that's where, you know, I could how do you call it, relate to you. You're very you know, like you kind of preach, but in a way it's like people need that, you know.
Yeah. Because like some people are off put or don't like it, you know, and I'm like, that's cool, you know, you don't have to listen to me, right? It's like, you know, but I do have some people that need it. You know? Like, why are you trying to preach? I'm like, it's what I do, dog. Like, oh, yeah, you know. I
mean, you don't have to be there if you don't want to, you know. But,
you know.
Yeah. Sure. So back to the Uber, we went like way off track. So back to the Uber thing. Who gave you the idea for that, or was it just came out of nowhere?
No, dude. There's. I'm not the only one doing it. There's quite a. It's been around for a while now, right? But I know I'm the only one doing it the way I'm doing it. You know, where it's like I'm talking about, you know, real things and real situations and stuff. But it's been around for years, especially the whole nerd rap thing. I did that once on the street where I walked around. I
seen that.
That's been around for a while. And yeah, I've been thinking about new ideas to do, like maybe going to Starbucks or Target or something along those lines. But I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, because do you talk to any of the people you've been in videos with? Like, for example, like the Uber ones. Like, have you still talked to them? Like
Becky and Gracie and all them?
Yeah, and all of them.
Do I still keep in communication with them? Every once in a while. Every once in a while, because eventually they find me, right?
Yeah.
Or I find them, whatever. But yeah, I communicate. Gracie and I talk once in a while. Becky. Yeah, every once in a while I talk to a couple of them, but you know, they all live kind of far, so it's kind of like, you know, a little difficult and shit. But yeah, I always try to keep a good relationship with them.
Because I see a lot of people, like, and this is where with everyone, honestly. I see with the people that you go with on the Uber rides and all the videos with, they always want to ship you guys. Like ship? They want to like put you guys together and stuff like that.
Is that what that means? Dude, I've been wondering, like, I want to ship, and I'm like, what the fuck? You want us on a ship? I don't understand this new. Wow, that's what that means. Ship you guys. Wow, that is fucking hilarious. How did I not catch that before? I swear to God, I thought they wanted us on a ship. Like, I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Oh god, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, like, I see it everywhere. Like, they want you guys together with, like, it has to be with every single girl. And I seen you talk about this as well. Yeah,
every single one. And it's like, obviously that's not possible.
It's not realistic. Yeah.
It's not realistic. I don't want to. You know, not with every single one or whatever. You know, or Gracie was, you know, that was the only date vlog that we ever did, which was super cool. You know, she was. I think that was really, really nice. She's such a cool girl. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not even like looking for a relationship right now. So like, it's not like I'm not in general, right? I'm not.
It's not in you right now.
Yeah, so it's like to get a number from passengers, like, for what? You know, it's like, I'm like, this isn't gonna go anywhere. You know, I'm not in the business of breaking hearts.
So yeah, back to the Uber thing. I had a very important question. How do you post it and not ask them though, like, first? Or...
I'm starting to now.
Yeah,
I'm starting to now. Like, it's like live and learn, right? Like, I didn't think that was a big deal. Apparently, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah. So that's
like,
the problem I have too. Whenever I go outside and vlog, you know, people are like moving out the way or stuff like that, or you gotta ask them for permission because you gotta be careful. You know, you don't want no lawsuits. You know.
Yeah. So I'm like, the thing though is that, like, luckily everyone's been super cool about it. But from now on, I'm definitely gonna start saying things afterwards. And getting that, so it's not all, you know, spontaneous.
Yeah, cause like we talked about this in the first podcast. Becky was kind of mad at first. She was super mad at first.
I don't remember. I'm sure they all
and then Yeah, and then like it blew up, and she was like, "Oh, okay, cool," you know.
Okay, all right, I'm not that mad anymore.
Yeah. So that was an interesting part. I was like, "Whoa, like this guy is getting super lucky. He's like dodging bullets because it's super tough out here, you know."
Yep.
Yeah, like you could get a lawsuit ASAP, if you get with the wrong people. So, and like, what are like the worst stories from like the Uber rides?
There hasn't really been any worse story, but there's any horror stories. It's more of just like no's. Like that's as bad as it gets. Like there's definitely no horror story.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
No one ever like shits in my car or anything like that.
I know you use that as an excuse. Or
yeah, absolutely. You got to get them up somehow, bro.
That was smooth. That was really smooth. She was about to get in the back seat, and you're like, no, he messed it up. You got to go in front.
I'm okay.
Yeah, that was super slick.
Yeah,
so basically, this is like kind of like a different question. What would you give up in your life right now to be in a better place? For example, like, and this is just like a hypothetical question. Like, what do you have right now in your life that you would give up to be in a better spot in your life, or like in a bigger stage? And
what would I give up? I'm not. What would I give up right now?
Yeah, is there something that it's just like
give me an example. What would you give up?
Like, I would rather have no friends. For example,
if it gets you farther, faster. Okay, that makes sense. So I think I would give up going out. I go out a lot, dude. And like, if I didn't, I'd be. I mean, okay, I don't go out a lot, right? Like, I don't like.
You're not crazy, yeah.
Like, I definitely pulled back from that, and if I go out, it's usually with some friends to talk about ideas that we have. It's not just going out. The last time I just went out just to go out and just like get wasted, like, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I go out with like an intent, like, yo, let's go out, let's have a couple beers, whatever, but we're gonna talk about work and we're gonna make shit happen. Yeah,
that's so tough because all people here in LA just want to party.
Yeah,
they just want to party, and it's like we can't just meet up to like talk and stuff about ideas. But now they gotta want to drink, like, and I've never drank or smoked before, so I've drank once, but that was it. That was problem. That was the only exception. That's the only reason why,
Of course.
So not my fault. But
how was prom, by the way?
The ride there was better than the actual prom. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, screw it. I'm gonna say the story because it's pretty funny.
Okay, go for it.
So I posted the vlog because I did vlog inside the bus because we had a party bus. It was so awkward.
What do you guys like, drink Kool-Aid and shit? Like, what the fuck is the point of a party bus for? Whatever. I'm sorry.
I mean, I might say what it. Okay, I'm gonna just say what it was. We were drinking vodka. Basically.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it wasn't really like it was like
it was Kool-Aid mixed with some shit. All right, got it.
No Kool-Aid, but yeah. So I vlogged it. I vlogged everything. I don't know if have you seen the entirety of the first podcast?
With Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There was the part when I told the story about the basketball guys. How we kind of like broke off. They kind of kicked me off.
Yes.
So I said that I seen them back in the party bus.
Okay.
I saw some of them weren't in the party bus, and it was the most awkward experience ever because I don't like to be seen around people who are like rude as heck,
Yeah.
So I vlogged that whole experience. I vlogged it all. I put it on my YouTube channel. It literally got like 500 views, something like that. I know it's nothing compared to yours, but
no, yeah.
It was at the time. It was like super crazy.
Yeah, it's legit.
It went insane. Literally, the whole school saw it. Literally, it was the story of
Okay.
And there was this whole issue with one of the girls who were in there.
She didn't want to be in it?
She didn't want to be in it because it made her look, a type of way because she was dancing on everybody.
All right.
She was literally dancing on everybody while she had a date there. So
man.
I was like, I know your ass wasn't drunk for sure. She wasn't drunk because we literally only took shots like in the end.
Yeah.
So I knew your ass wasn't, you weren't drunk. So she was like making all these threats, this and that. So my smart ass, it was like the last couple of months. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it private so only I can see it. And then once we graduate, I'm gonna block her ass and then post it. So that's what I did. That's what I was like, yeah, because I was like, I'm not. This was literally like one of the most highest videos I had.
I mean, like, if anything, if you were to take it down, just blur her face.
That's right. I told her that, and this girl literally says, "Oh, I just don't want to be in the video."
Well, I mean, she like as long as you blur her face, it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Yeah. She didn't want to. Like, I told her, all I should do is blur your face out.
That's it.
But she was like, "No, I just don't want all of me in the video."
Too bad.
I was like, "Yeah, too bad." But then she was making threats like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my brother come, this and that." And I was like, I just don't want to argue. I'm not a guy that likes to argue. I don't like arguing.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I didn't even tell her that I was gonna put it private. So I just put it private, acted like I deleted it, and yeah.
You're just waiting to unleash it.
Exactly, and it went pretty cool. So I was happy about that.
So that's super cool. Prom, dude. I didn't get the chance to go to mine. I got asked.
Oh, really?
I got asked, and I said no. I said no because. Like I'm who I was in high school was such a shy dude, and it's like I was like, I'm not gonna dance, I'm gonna sit down the whole time. What the fuck you want to go with me for? Right. But I regret that though. So if you get the chance to go to prom,
go. Yeah, go. I was, man. Right now when you said that you were a shy kid, I'm like, damn. I just remembered like how I was super shy, man. I was super shy. Yeah. I would be that kid, reading under a tree, man. I would be that fucking shy ass kid, and YouTube really helped me, break out of my shell.
Yeah,
it helped me so much. I got to meet people. Like it was crazy. I was an introvert. I
think a lot of us are, and then but some people never break out of that.
Exactly, that's the tough part. You have to.
You got to.
And I feel like that goes on a lot in high school. I feel like
high school is like the place.
I feel like the whole education system is kind of, or the whole environment it's got to change.
Yeah,
it's really got to change. You see, people not knowing what they want in life. And that's like 4 years of just going to school, not knowing what you want.
Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
You're wasting your time there, but you still have to go. I'm not saying don't go to high school, but
I get it for sure.
But I feel like they gotta change it eventually, especially with like technology and all this stuff like changing. It's gotta change. Like I feel like that's the only thing we don't change. We change everything else in the world except that.
Except schooling. Yep.
And I'm like.
Hopefully, eventually it does.
Yes, it has to. It's been like that for like years and years, and I got lucky that YouTube, was like on the best time of its life. Now it's just like ads and all this shit. It's just bad. So that helped me a lot. I feel like I remember that, and thanks to all you guys, it honestly helped me so much to break out of my little shell. And
awesome, dude.
And I feel like I don't know if there was this moment I talked about in the first podcast where I saw a little kid I was going to the park, and I saw this kid, and he was like oh, I watched your YouTube videos.
Really?
This kid was literally
awesome.
13 or 11 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I was like, wow, and it was literally a couple blocks from here, and I'm like, damn,
that's legit, man.
That's where I'm like, yeah, I gotta do this. I have to. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Obviously I still go to college. I'm still a full-time student. And thank God I don't start till February 10th. So I got all this time to, work.
To work, man.
So I'm gonna have to do podcasts on Fridays now. So I'm posting on Mondays, so
Sweet,
you guys have something to look forward to.
Sweet.
So yeah, once that happened, I was like, yep, I gotta...
Sign, for sure.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go into, some, not rapid questions, but, some easy questions,
Okay.
All right, question number 1. Who's your celebrity crush? I know you got one, man. Don't lie to me.
Do I have one?
We all got one. It could be more than one. It's fine.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, so there's a couple.
Oh, here we go.
Emily Ratajkowski, I think. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
It sounds super familiar.
Emily Ratajkowski, freaking.
You gotta show me, man. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'll show you right now, actually.
I will pull a picture
else,
up.
Dude, like I don't really.
Well, I'll start off with mine.
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
So thank God I met one of mine. I met
really?
the girl from Step Up. Have you ever seen Step Up?
Megan? Wait, no.
The girl that was with Goose.
You think I remember? No, I have no idea.
Hold up. I gotta show you on your phone or something because I don't got all my phones are right here, man.
I have no connection, bro. You freaking.
This room sucks.
It literally sucks, bro. Look,
sucks.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Come on. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're almost there.
So one of them, Margot Robbie.
Oh!
She's a gem, man.
She's definitely something else.
Yes, that's one of mine. Definitely one.
Emily. That's Emily.
Okay.
She's the most gorgeous woman ever.
I'll put it up. It's fine. I'll put it up. Yeah. So, and then I also saw that you did something with Salise Rose.
I opened for her.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like, she did like a meet and greet in LA, and I had the opportunity to just open up for her audience.
Wow.
And then from there, like it was such a cool experience, because I didn't get the chance to meet her, unfortunately. But the audience there was like so in tune with what I was saying that they started following me, and then they started tagging Fora because we're similar in our style, whatever, right? And we're both from Orange County. So I tagged him like, yo, check him out. Eventually, he saw it. He commented, started following me, and then we started chatting it up. And it's because of that show that him and I are in communication. We follow each other, whatever. But he's definitely a solid dude. Definitely a solid guy.
That's honestly super cool. Yeah, like it's funny how like something really minute or not minute but kind of like something that's not so regular like could change your life.
Yeah.
Because you think you would have, if something, for example, if you didn't have the backstory you did, you would still be the same person?
No, definitely not.
No,
I don't know who I'd be.
If you didn't have music, what would you be doing right now?
With the same backstory?
Same backstory.
And I didn't have music?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have to have an outlet, or I would not be alive. 100%. There has to be an outlet for me. Mm-hmm. There has to be. Or some sort of vision, because if it wasn't for if it wasn't for music, dude, I would not be alive. 100%. That's crazy. Honestly, I've been blessed with like a wonderful family. It's not like perfect, but it's better. Whenever something bad happens, I'm like, like thank God I have my family. Yeah.
Like it don't matter like what happens. Even if something happens in the family, I'm still grateful that I didn't go in the wrong direction. Especially in East LA, it's
so easy. Probably
it's so easy to go the other way. Like recently there was a friend of mine who got shot, and I known this kid for a couple of years, and I was like, wow, like that could have been me if I didn't have the family I had.
You didn't have the
family. So I was lucky enough to have my mom. She's super cool. She's lending me this camera right now, so thank God you guys get the third view. So yeah, back to the questions. Your biggest pet peeve. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I can't say loud people. I would say slow walkers.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
People who post up on their story about the gym. So annoying, dude. It's like, just go to the gym and shut the fuck up. Like or when they're in their car and then they get that powder and they're like, oh fuck, like me put it in my mouth without
drinking
water because I'm so fucking cool.
Girl gym selfies. Oh.
I mean, they're sexy as fuck. But,
you're right.
But I mean, like, I'm saying, like it really depends. Like, if you're going to the gym and you're just going and you want to record just to show how good you look, it's bullshit. But if you're going to teach people about the things you're doing, then that's legit. Like, cool, make a career out of that, whatever. But not just fucking trying to show off and shit.
Another crush who does that, Jenna Frooms or Frooms. Do you know who that is?
I don't think so.
Jenna. She's I think she's kind of like an influencer as well. She's super famous. She's famous with all these the Logan Paul and stuff like that. And yeah, she does that a lot. Like she posts gym stuff all the time. But she also does like
teaching.
Yeah.
Okay. But then that's that's.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I also met Summer Rae. She does some kind of same thing. She's the girl I took a picture with. You know her?
Yeah, she's bad.
That's it, man. I tell you, I kid you not. I was in her first meet and greet. She came outside. It was literally like sprinkling, and she was wearing these damn booty shorts, bro.
Of course she was.
I swear to you, not when she turned around because she was outside. She
went
fainted.
Outside. You fainted. You fainted.
Bro, everyone was like, it was the funniest shit ever, man. It was hilarious because like. She's honestly really fit. Like, you know, she's a cool. She is a cool ass girl. She's honestly like one of the nicest girls I've ever met in my life. She's super cool, especially to her fans. You know, and that's one person I was supposed to have on the podcast, but her friend. But she, you know, she. I'm not gonna say anything, but you know.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah,
I think I get it.
It starts with an E and ends with the S. You know. I'm just gonna say excuses. They were just excuses, man.
Oh, okay, got it.
It was just a bunch of excuses. So I don't like excuses. I really don't like.
Yeah.
And it was funny because you know she's not gonna watch this obviously, but basically I asked her in person on the second time I met her because I actually met her once back in Santa Monica. And then she came over here in Montebello, and I met her again. They remembered me. We were all cool. I asked her like not Summer Rae, but her friend who also has a couple followers, and she's super cool. I asked her like, "Hey, are you down to be on podcast?" You know, I gave her like some of the information about it, and she's like, "Yeah." Text her like earlier this month, and she's like, "Oh, I can't. It's too far, and then I've got time."
So the thing though is that like, do you drive?
No, that's
you definitely need to learn to drive, especially if you want to do this. I know. But as for the big dogs, like they're not. Like they want you to go to them for sure.
Yeah. And like they could just say that. Like I hate when people don't keep it real.
Yeah. You
know, that's a big problem with most people here because that also happens in relationships. You know, that happens in like work. In the workspace, and especially in that scenario because I was like okay, fine. That was all cool, but I think it was that she probably wanted me to go over there, but. Cause I knew she wasn't busy, cause all I would see on her Instagram story is partying, this and that, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
I get you.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the questions. I got way off track, man.
Okay,
So, would you ever date a fan? Ooh.
I have.
No, really?
Many.
What? Exclusive.
I have.
Don't say no names.
No, I'm not gonna say any names. But the thing though is that I don't really go out to meet. If I go to I don't go to clubs, right? I don't go to bars to meet women, right? And it's the easiest way is just hey, you already know who I am. Fuck it, let's meet up and hang out, whatever.
That is so tough though. That's so tough because you don't know who's gonna use it for clout.
Dude, the clout barely started happening, right?
Okay, back there, okay. But I'm talking about now, would you?
Now would I? I'd be a lot more cautious.
Yeah.
About
it's so
who
tough,
I would.
man. It's so tough.
But I'm very aware of people and their intentions, and I would know if someone.
You have a good intuition.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably a good thing or a good word I would use. But yeah, I can definitely tell when someone would just want clout or when someone's genuine. But even then, it's I'm not too sure to look at because I don't even know. But yeah, I have many times. I have many times.
That's crazy. I would be very skeptical. Honestly, it's so even tough because whenever I meet people, I'm like. I don't want to say I'm a YouTuber or anything like that because then they're gonna think oh, he's big or is this. Thank God I'm not big, so I can't really I can't provide anything for you, but I got that. But
that was a good question, man. That was a good question. I don't know if I should have said that or not, but whatever.
Damn, exposed. Not everyone's trying to hit you up. So, what advice would you give your younger self?
Stop caring what people think for sure, because so many people don't do what they want to do because some people don't start podcasts, some people don't become musicians, some people don't do this because they're afraid of what their friends are gonna think. There's no way to live, dude.
That goes on like that's another thing about high school. They're like kind of like they care about what people say. It's so like because they've known each other for like 4 years. Yeah. And then in the end, they like, oh, like what if this person like they don't get to express themselves how they want to, you know? And the whole environment, it's so toxic for 4 years because then you're just like thrown into like the real world. You're like,
who the hell am I now? You
know
it takes a lot of self discovery to figure that out. But you got to get comfortable in your own skin. Yeah. Stop caring about what people think and figure out what you love. You know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very important thing. For that, because then that also contributes to your maturity as well. You know, that if you're not comfortable with yourself, you know, you're not gonna be able to express feelings, you know, especially in relationships and stuff like that. You know, and I feel like you're literally like just wasting 4 years. You know, 100%. Like you're not maturing in an age. Like it's even tough to find mature, you know, 19-year-olds or 20-year-olds. You know, that's another thing I wanted to ask you about. I just realized because I'm 19, if you guys don't know, I'm 19, and it's very hard to find mature women that are my age. 18, 19, or 20, or even 21, man. It is so tough. And then, you know, you can't go at older women because, you know, it's not, you know what I mean. It's,
You'd be surprised, bro.
But then older women don't like younger guys.
I was 21 and I dated a 31-year-old, so...
Another exclusive, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I think I said that somewhere. But I think I may have not, whatever. But like,
find it and then I'll blur it out, man.
But I mean, it just depends. I mean, you have to be at their level or whatever, you know. I wasn't at her level, but she was at my level because she wasn't mature. Make sense? So that's why I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah,
right?
It was no sense. Yeah.
But I forgot the question.
Maybe like how like I forgot too, you know.
Yeah. Finding someone who
is mature at
your
young
age, or whatever, right?
Man, it's so tough, especially in LA. Like everyone's so like immature. They don't know how to handle situations, like communicate. I noticed that this is like like it repeats itself. Most girls.
Where do you go on your free time?
My free time. I stay home. I'm not gonna lie. I don't go out. I really don't go out.
So, for example, I would say go to the environment that you think that person is at. For me, if I wanted an older woman who was more mature, I would go to... I stay in Orange County, right? I would go to Newport, and I would hit the high-end... Not really high-end, but I would
Don't give them your tricks, man. Don't give them your tricks. You're giving them too much.
No. I've never done this. I've never done this. But this is what I would do if I was looking for that. I would go to like a lounge... where it's more mature people and go in that environment and immerse myself in it. That would be the way, is to just go, because they're out there, right? Like whatever you want is out there. You just gotta know what you want. I have a relationship vision, but I don't know the ideal person yet. Yeah, I get you. Like the qualities that I see, but I have the vision of the relationship.
You know what you want already, but it's just not like an idea of like the person yet. You know, like that's another thing. I feel like not a lot of people know what they want yet.
In a person,
just in a relationship. You know, they don't know what they want in a relationship. You know, more people you see more often. They just want to have fun, basically. You know what I mean by that? Like just fuck around and shit. You know?
Oh yeah. So man. It's. I mean, I don't blame them for not having that. You know, because like they don't know any better. Yeah. But once just figure out what you want your whole relationship to look like. So I went to an event called Date with Destiny, Tony Robbins, in December, and he had you come up with your relationship vision about what you want your ideal relationship to look like. And I forget exactly, I have it in my phone, but it was like a bunch of adventurous, love, traveling, dates, quality time, a lot of this and that. And once you know that, that's a huge start. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that's very important. You gotta, put your list out. And especially for all the people who are there who know what they want, make a list. Just make a list of what you're looking for, and don't settle for anything less. Don't settle for anything less, because then you're sacrificing what you really like, and then in the end, like the long run, you're gonna be disappointed in what you get. Don't cut yourself short. You know your worth. Know what you need in a relationship. Yeah. I feel like you have something to say. What do you have to say?
Shut up, dude. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that So that it's subject to change, right? Because back when I was, I don't know, it wasn't too long ago, but one of on my list was that she had to be, she couldn't have a kid.
Oh, but that's different though. That's
hold on, but here's the thing though, because but it's subject to change. I realized that like that's like the only reason why I was saying that was for selfish reasons or whatever. But like I really don't care if she has a kid. Like I've dated women who have kids, and like I don't have a kid. I don't know how I don't have a kid at this point, but you know. And I always thought that would take away from me having a kid, but I really don't care. I think it's
like there are some things, you know, obviously you could, you know, change some things. For example, that, or you know, like, oh, I have the another struggle. I'm short, man. Like I'm 5'2". Not a lot of girls are gonna look into like 5'2" guys.
Yes, for sure. I'm 5'4", dude. So I get it.
Man, I honestly hate that. Like it's very, because you can't change that. Right. You know, it's something you can't change. You can't blame someone for that. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I can't really change that either.
No, exactly. But then that starts with the whole getting comfortable in your own skin thing, right?
Yeah, no.
Because like I totally get it. Like I'm a strong motherfucker too, right? But there's so many ways to do it. Like now with the music, it's not really a problem, and the height doesn't make a difference. Like Russ is only 5'5". It's like it doesn't matter. He still gets mad women, right?
Yeah.
So it's you just gotta. But it's the confidence, you know. It's
exactly.
Just the confidence.
Yeah. I'm confident with myself, but it's just like, man.
Oh, I get it, dude. I wish I was 6 foot.
Bruh. I mean, no, I don't wish I was anything. I just wish, you know, girls wouldn't be so focused on things that you can't change.
Oh, got it.
You know, like I could change my my attitude towards certain things.
You can change your weight. You could change this, you can change that, but you can't change.
I don't care how someone looks or how tall they are. Like especially height. I can't. Like I don't get mad at things that they can't change. You know, because that's not up to them either. You know.
Right. But you don't want anyone that shallow either, anyway.
You're right. It's like it's a tough middle, you know. It's a tough.
It is
ground,
very though. I completely understand. It's my life story, bro.
That's life, you know. That's life. That's the beauty of life, you know. You get to, you know, be in that middle space, you know, and try to find someone who is in that same space as well. We went way off track as well.
It's all good, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, so we're good in time. We got like an hour. We good. All right. What time is it?
It is. Oh shit, we're good, dude.
What time is it right now?
It's 12:40.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Okay. So we kind of already went through that question. What was how can I put this question? What was the most expensive thing you bought?
Ever in my life?
Ever. Damn, you spent a lot.
No, I don't, dude. I don't. I really don't. I think the most, bro, is just my car. Like, I don't really buy, like, I don't have a watch, right? Like, I mean, I do have watches, but I don't like.
You don't like.
I don't spend like a lot of money on them and shit.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really buy too many material things. Although the goal
here it goes
is that I need that Lambo right.
The
there.
Lambo or the jet?
The Lambo or the jet. Like
he needs the jet. He needs the jet.
Eventually, I'll have the Lambo and the jet. But as of right now. I'm good.
That's awesome how you have that. You see that every single day.
Every single day.
That is the goal.
Every single day. And then once you open it, it's the inside of the Lambo.
Oh, damn. So you see your... Hey, that's right. That is... You're immersing yourself in the future, you know? Like, that. I feel like everyone should do that, you know? Just put it out to the world, you know, in a way. You know, all your goals... Set them out, like, do that, like, put your future or your goals in your lock screen so you see it every single day. Write it down on a piece of paper and put it on your wall. I have a, I don't know if you noticed, but inside I have a blackboard where I write down all my goals. You know, I feel like, and I go there every single day to edit and stuff like that, and I see it, like, right there. And I feel like that's a very important thing. If you don't speak it into the existence,
you have to.
It's not going to happen, you know? 100%. You got to believe it, see it, you know, everything. You got to do it all. Or else you're not gonna grow, you know.
Yeah. 100%.
Let me see. Okay, what do you do when you're not working? Because you are working a lot, man. You are.
Bro, honestly, like if I'm not working, I'm probably out with my friends talking about work. Like I really, or I'm messaging people, which is still, it's not really work, but it's like it's not work. Like I love doing it, but like I I don't really do much else besides that. I mean, no, I don't really do much, bro. Honestly, like sometimes I hit the pub or the bars sometimes just to kind of relax and unwind. But I definitely need a vacation, dude. I definitely need a vacation.
No, that you do. There always has to be like a vacation time and like time for yourself. But honestly, I admire that about you, that you're such a hard worker, because I see video one week and the next week like a song and then like another video and stuff like that.
Bro,
it's crazy. Like, how do you know what's gonna do great, or do you just put out music that it's good for you?
So like I have a very a good understanding now of what's gonna do well. Like for example, I have a song called DNA. Right, it's on my YouTube. It's like it's different than my normal stuff because it's very motivational, and I wrote that song as a whole affirmation for myself. The whole song is just a long affirmation for myself. It didn't do as well as I thought, but that's because I'm curating my audience to like a certain type of music that I make, right? Okay. So like they're not really into the motivational.
It's like your niche. You gotta find your niche.
Yeah, and I definitely found it now. Like that song I made called "I Don't Feel Anymore," which is about anxiety and depression, did extremely well, and it makes sense why it does, right? So like for example, on Sunday I have a song dropping. This is I'm not too sure how this one's gonna do. It's either gonna do really well or halfway, but like you know what I mean. So it like the song I'm dropping on Sunday, which if this is coming out Monday, is the song I dropped yesterday.
Yeah, go watch his video, guys. I will be having the link for his YouTube and his Instagram link down below, so go check him out. Go give him a follow. Spam his all everything, man. Give him some love.
Appreciate
he's a super cool person. So yeah, continue for the music, the
Appreciate
video.
That, brother. That song. Like a lot of these songs I had made a while ago. This one in particular was I wrote immediately after I broke up with my ex, and so I think it's gonna resonate with a lot of people. It's just a lot different because it's a little dark, and I talk about something that I don't usually talk about, which is women. And I don't get me wrong, like I'm a nice guy, I'm a nice guy, but it's not like I.
It's fine.
You'll know when the song comes out. You'll know what I'm talking about.
You'll see it.
You'll know when the song comes out. But, like that one, I think it's gonna do pretty well. It's different, but I think it's a good different.
So you have a YouTube video coming out. I think that's where we stopped.
Yes. And then you asked me about advice or something like that.
About the what?
People asking me advice or something.
Yeah. So you get a lot of advice from women, especially like in breakups and stuff like that. What is the most common thing you tell them? Because there is a lot of I'm guessing it's just the guy doing something.
For the most part, I mean, I actually do get guys hitting me up and shit.
Oh damn.
But they want me. Like the majority of guys that hit me up is like yo, make a song for us. But the thing is, like, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, I do that, but it's from my perspective, from the but like. For the female's perspective, it's me offering advice.
Yeah. And
from the guy's perspective, like I'm not gonna offer advice to guys. Like it's from my experience. So just and this is what I talk from, right?
Yeah.
It's different, and it's two different worlds. Like I can't imagine. I mean, maybe I could tell that to a guy.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well, because I forgot you don't need the mic. No, because in the songs that I make, like that are about domestic violence or about women, whatever, I offer advice and I offer things of that nature. Now, if like when guys mention me, it's like saying, "Hey, offer us advice" or something like that, right? That's like some of the messages I get. But the thing though is that like I don't know. That's like I don't know how to offer guys advice, so I just talk from my perspective, and then I say how I fixed it.
Yeah.
Right. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's because I get asked some things as well, because whenever I go live, people ask me stuff, and like it's like it's cool. I'm just saying you always gotta talk about like from your experience. I feel like that's very valuable, and I feel like that's where people notice how real it is, because you could literally say whatever you want. You could say whatever, you could tell them whatever you want, but you're just speaking from experience. And some people, and the best thing about it is that you have to ask. I feel like this is an important part. Like if someone's going through something, ask someone that's not friends with you, or someone who's not in the situation you are in, because sometimes you gotta know. You gotta ask someone who's not in the situation or is not emotionally connected. Because they're gonna see it in a whole different perspective. And I feel like, for example, like cheating. I feel like this is one of the toughest parts about it. Girls going back to their exes and stuff like
Very
that.
Very common.
It is so common, man. It's so tough because, I tell the same thing to people, because they keep asking me. This is the same thing. I'm gonna say what they say. They literally say, everyone tells me, to break up with him, leave him, this and that. But I love him,
Stupid shit.
It's like, oh my God, like, you don't, like, you gotta, like, I try to be not rude, because sometimes I've gone, like, because I've been cheated on. I've been cheated on twice, and it's not a good feeling, so, like, I know, like, my self-worth, and I know how, like, how it is, because you don't get a lot of guys, do you get a lot of guys telling you, like, oh, I got cheated, this and that?
Surprisingly, dude.
Because I feel like that's an important part to talk about, because there's no guys that talk about it that much. Especially
there's not.
Open.
There's not.
Because they're like raised up being macho, this and that, like not have feelings, stuff like that. And it's so tough because like when that happens to them, they're like, oh shit, what'd I do?
Yeah.
And
who I talk to, things like that.
Yeah, you gotta, talk about it, because all you hear nowadays is like girls talking about like, oh, my guy is cheating, this and that, but you don't hear from the all the way around. And then girls are so fixated on the idea that all guys do this, and I've heard that so many times, and I'm like, my best advice is just know your self-worth and don't think that everyone's the same. Have
you ever cheated on anyone?
No.
Anybody? No,
I don't believe in that. Like, thank God to my mom. My mom told me like, she would beat my ass. First of all, she would beat my ass. But like, she taught me manners. First of all, like, don't even touch a girl. Like, don't hurt her, nothing like that. Like, all this stuff. And it's very sad to hear. Like, it's tough because when that happens to a girl, they think everyone's the same, and then especially like, what if they meet the one? Someone who's like super nice, stuff like that. But they don't give them the chance because they're just scared.
You're just scared.
Like, what would you tell that person? I feel like that's a very important, like,
topic. Well, first you gotta know what you want, right? Huge thing, and to say that everyone is a cheater, like that's what you're gonna get. It's just, which is how it works, right? Like you say, all men are cheaters, you're gonna get cheaters. All men are this, all men are that. It's gonna happen, right? You're just gonna attract that. When Becky and I did the vlog or whatever about her breakup, whatever, the best thing to do, dude, is to get a list of qualities that you want your partner to be like, focus on that, and then make that a reality. Like, it's just gonna happen. Like, it's just how it works.
I feel like you have to, like, you gotta stick to what you know of what you want. But obviously, like how we talk about, like, it's subject to change and stuff like that. But if there are more cons than pros in the relationship, you gotta go. Like, he or that person gotta go. You gotta leave the situation because it's not healthy for you. I feel like I'm like one of those rare people who think more logically about it. So I would make a list, pros and cons. If the cons is greater, like, that's it. Like, it's not healthy for me. It's like, it's not helping me in any way.
Yeah.
Like, I only do things that benefit me. For example, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't see no benefit.
It does feel good though. I'm telling you, you gotta have a drink.
Man, I've learned how to say no, so I'm good.
I'm just kidding, brother. I'm just kidding. I actually didn't have my first drink until I was 21, so I get it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very tough, man, because, like, for example, whenever I talk to a girl, I always hear like the same thing, like, oh, I got cheated on, this and that. And it's like, and this usually goes on like in high school, and I'm like,
it goes on long after high school as well, though.
No, yeah, but it stems from like from high school. I feel like that's I see it a lot, and especially like it's tough. Like, my parents told me, like, don't ever hurt a woman like that. It's not because it hurts. I've been in the other side, but I feel like people have to experience that to but you have to be strong-minded, because you got to experience that so you learn from it. A lot of people experience that and stay there, very stagnant. They don't move from that situation. I think like everyone's the same, but you got to be like, no, like, I know what I want. I'm not gonna let someone treat me like this the next time. So I feel like that's an important thing that everyone should know, like girls and guys, who are getting, mistreated or something like that. What do you think?
And I think, I completely agree, and I also think that unless you're like, you have to want to change. Mm-hmm. You have to want to change, right? Because like if you were to see the 21-year-old me to compare to me now, bro, you would fucking think I was a piece of shit. I ain't lying. Like, I did stupid things that I shouldn't have done. I have cheated before. And the thing though is that like even doing it, back in the day, I was like it didn't feel right, Mm-hmm. But I knew that, like, okay, I put my foot down. I'm like, this is never gonna fucking happen again. And it never has, and it never will, right? And then that's where the maturity piece comes in, because like people change, right? I changed so much, bro. It's ridiculous.
But it's tough because people usually, when you're in a relationship, the girls would say, "Oh, he's gonna change, this and that,"
and they don't. A lot of them don't.
Yes,
because they don't know how.
I feel like you could only change if that person's the one. If that person is the one, he'll change for you. But if he's not changing, you're not meant to be together. It's not. I mean,
like most guys. I mean, a lot of guys don't ever change. Like, a lot of them don't. A lot of them keep the same toxic traits. A lot of them, and because they don't see it as a problem, because that's normal to them.
Yeah, I think, I could just go in the next one. That's fine.
And it's gonna follow them. It's like how they were raised. It's so conditioned in them, and like they don't know how to change. And I can definitely relate to that, because I know that it's fucking hard to change. It's very hard to change. It's not. It was not easy becoming me. Like, I had to go through a lot of pain to be able to be me. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I see a lot of my friends struggle with it. I see my brother struggling with it, and you're like, dude, like, I don't want to be this way, but I don't know how to change. It's not easy. It's a lot easier said than done. But for the ones who are serious about it, that serious about changing, you have to get rid of your conditioning, your fear. Understand that how you were treated as a kid is how you're becoming now. Like this, like everything stems from childhood, right? Like our personalities are from our childhood.
I also believe that you have to see the other person's point of view. A lot of people think about selfish reasons. They're not like putting themselves in their shoes or even thinking ahead of them. Like, before you do something, you gotta think, and it's very tough. I feel like that's very tough thing to do, because some people are just like, they just go with the flow. And it's so tough because those are situations where sometimes those situations lead you to bad places. Yeah, you have to think about everything before you do it. You have to. That's how you learn. That's how you become a better person. And you gotta think about, like, how would I like to be treated, and that's how I would treat someone. Yeah. I feel like that's something that people gotta understand. And for like girls who are watching this and are going through stuff, because I do know some women that are going through it, and like everyone goes through this eventually, and that's why I like your music, because it all talks about it like all the time, and I feel like that's important, and people see like, oh, I could, I deserve better, or I could go through this, stuff like that, and I feel like that's very important.
100%, dude, 100%. I hope that it helps them,
Yeah,
like
hopefully,
our conversations.
Hopefully this hour music. And 27 minutes helps anyone. But yeah, hopefully you guys, if you guys have any other questions, like, just comment down below. I'll try to answer some questions. If you guys have more deep questions, hit you guys up and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you, man, for coming to the podcast. It was pretty short, I'm not gonna lie. It was like
an hour and 28.
Yeah, it was cool. We were good. I was taking an hour and 30 minutes. But yeah, man, thank you for coming. It was honestly a pleasure. Yep. I'm gonna have all the links for his Instagram and YouTube down below. Go check out his video come Sunday. So this is probably gonna come out Monday. So
yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday. Yeah. Do you have any other projects you wanna talk about? You have a podcast coming on, I think.
It's like, yeah, I'm thinking about starting one with my mentor. It's just in the talks now. Just send me the link.
Yeah, for all this stuff.
To some good mics.
yeah.
And then we'll make it happen.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, until next time, peace.
Peace.